If you walk into a modern car dealership today, you are walking into a financial slaughterhouse. The average new car in America is pushing $50,000. Dealerships are locking buyers into 84-month loans with interest rates that rival credit cards. But the price tag is not the worst part. The worst part is what you are actually getting for your money. When you buy a modern car, you are not buying a mechanical asset. You are buying a rapidly depreciating smartphone on wheels. A software subscription you do not own that tracks everywhere you drive, and that is mathematically designed to financially destroy you the second the warranty expires. But a quiet rebellion is building in garages and driveways across the country. Mechanics, financial pragmatists, and smart drivers are completely opting out of the modern automotive market. They are using a strategy called the pre-screen loophole. And today, I am going to show you exactly how it works. To understand the loophole, you first have to understand the trap. Look at the dashboard of any vehicle built after 2018. The physical gauges are gone. The tactile air conditioning knobs are gone. The heavy plastic radio dials are gone. In their place is a massive glowing touchscreen glued to the center console. Automakers will tell you this is a luxury upgrade. That is a lie. A single cheap glass screen is dramatically cheaper to manufacture than 30 individual copper-wired analog switches. This is a corporate cost-cutting measure disguised as innovation, and it is a ticking time bomb for your wallet. In a 20-year-old car, if your air conditioning knob breaks, you go to a junkyard, grab a $5 plastic dial, pop it on, and the cold air blows again. In a modern vehicle, the climate controls are baked into the software of that touchscreen. When the screen inevitably delaminates from sitting in the sun, or the cheap internal processor fries from a voltage spike, you lose your heat, your defroster, your radio. The car becomes effectively undrivable, and when you bring it to the dealer, they cannot repair the screen. They replace the entire infotainment control module and hand you a bill for $3,000 to $4,000. Your car has been mechanically totaled by a software glitch. But the touchscreens are just the bait. The real scam is running quietly in the background. Every vehicle rolling off the assembly line today is equipped with built-in telematics and a constant cellular connection. You are driving a 4,000-pound data harvester down the highway. These systems actively monitor how hard you brake, how fast you accelerate, and exactly where you go every single day. And the horrifying truth recently became public. Major automakers have been secretly packaging this driving data and selling it directly to data brokers like LexisNexis, who then sell it straight to your insurance company. Drivers across America are watching their insurance premiums double overnight, not because they caused an accident, but because their own car reported them for braking too hard at a yellow light. You are paying $50,000 for the privilege of being surveilled and extorted by the machine sitting in your own driveway, and the mechanical engineering under the hood is just as disposable. To hit extreme government fuel efficiency mandates, automakers abandon heavy, proven engines. They are cramming tiny, highly stressed 3-cylinder turbocharged engines into massive sport utility vehicles and pairing them with continuously variable transmissions, which are essentially glorified metal rubber bands instead of real interlocking gears. The extreme turbo pressure blows head gaskets. The friction inside continuously variable transmissions grinds the metal belts into metallic glitter. These drivetrains are grenades with 70,000-mile fuses. The entire modern car market is a trap, but there is an escape hatch. The pre-screen loophole targets a specific window of automotive history. Mechanics call it the golden era of manufacturing, from roughly 1996 to 2008. Why 1996? That is the year the government mandated OBD2 diagnostics in every car sold in America. Vehicles from this era have modern electronic fuel injection, meaning they fire right up in the dead of winter. They have computer sensors you can read with a cheap $20 scanner from any auto parts store. They have AR bags and modern crash safety. But because they were built before 2008, they carry zero digital poison. No touchscreens, no cellular modems broadcasting your location, no automatic start-stop systems grinding your starter motor at every red light. They use physical steel keys, thick copper wiring, and analog gauge. clusters you can read at a glance. You get all the reliability of modern engineering with none of the surveillance or fragile electronics. So what exactly do you buy? You look for the analog legends. Open Facebook Marketplace and search for a late 1990s or early 2000 Toyota Camry or Honda Accord. You want the 4-cylinder models. These engines use thick cast iron or heavy aluminum blocks with timing chains instead of fragile interference belts. They are mated to traditional hydraulic 4-speed automatics with real physical gears. These drivetrains are famous for clearing 300,000 miles on nothing more than regular oil changes. If you need a truck, look for a late 1990s Chevrolet or GMC with the 5.7-liter V8 Vortec engine, or an early 2000 model built before the disastrous active fuel management cylinder deactivation software that destroys modern GM engines from the inside. If you want a large sedan, look for the ultimate Loophole vehicle, the Ford Panther platform, the Crown Victoria, the Mercury Grand Marquis, the Lincoln Town Car. These were engineered specifically for police departments and taxi fleets. Body-on-frame construction, like a heavy-duty truck. A massive, unstoppable 4.6-liter V8 running at incredibly low stress. Because they were fleet vehicles, every replacement part is cheap and available at every auto parts store in the country. You can find a pristine garage-kept Grand Marquis from a reachery for $4,000, and it will outlast a brand new $80,000 luxury SUV. Here is how you execute the Loophole. You do not finance. You save $5,000 in cash. You avoid the shiny dealerships with the balloons and the predatory finance managers. You buy directly from private sellers. You look for the physical indicators of a forever car. A metal key that turns a mechanical ignition cylinder. Chunky plastic knobs for the air conditioning that clunk when you turn them. A traditional gear shifter that pulls a real steel cable connected to the transmission, not a digital rotary dial. When you buy a 20-year-old analog car, you are not just saving money, you are severing the data pipeline that lets automakers track you, monetize your driving habits, and hold a remote kill switch over your property. If you are learning something from this, hit subscribe. I cover the engineering scams and financial traps hidden inside everyday purchases every single week. Now, the automotive industry is not the only cartel using the illusion of modern technology to drain your bank account. The exact same playbook is being run right now inside your kitchen. If you want to see why the appliances you bought at Home Depot are mathematically guaranteed to fail and how to execute the brand Loophole to beat the appliance monopoly, click the video on your screen right now.